Hey everybody, it's Jim back again here for week 4. We are doing Thing 14 this week. So this week I will be grading your weeks 2 and 3 papers and information. Week 3 is due by tonight, by midnight, so hopefully everything will get in smoothly on that one. I am going to be excited to see your position papers. I think as new educators, it'll be interesting to see what you think about technology and students and children. I'm going to be completing my own online course, which I just found out I needed to take. So that'll be a lot of fun, right? We can all commiserate together on online courses. I'll be giving my first test of the year in my own classroom for 6th and 7th grade social studies. We'll both be taking our tests this week, and that's generally when the parent emails really start flying, is after that first test. So wish me luck on that. This week, you will be turning in your Thing 6 by midnight tonight. You'll be anxiously awaiting your phenomenal grades on your hard work. And you'll be completing Thing 14 by next Sunday. And then you'll either be mourning or rejoicing over this last week of summerish weather. Myself, kind of glad to see it go. Not that I like it to be 30 degrees below zero, but this hot, muggy stuff is not for me. Now, you're going to be completing Thing 14, which is on presentations. And it has some really great information about different types of presentations and different presentation platforms. And it's great stuff, especially if you are not a person who's used them very much. But some of my own views are, I think you should welcome Comic Sans and all of its wacky friends. Comic Sans is the type of font. That's what this particular line is written in, is in Comic Sans. Of course, you hear from all the professionals. You can see it on social media memes, how nobody should be using Comic Sans and it's for little kids, blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, it is for kids. And I think it's a great thing for kids. And I think all the other wacky fonts, as long as they're still easy to read, are what you need to put into your presentations if you're doing them for students. Their brain's not wired like ours. They're not as jaded as we are in many ways. They want to see colors and weird shaped fonts and all kinds of other things. It keeps them interested. You're going to see an example of mine later on that I gave to my 6th grade. And they remember, especially your visual learners, are going to remember based on the type of font that was on that screen or the colors that you use or something like that. So, please be very accepting of Comic Sans. And my favorite is Cherry Cream Soda. It is a PowerPoint, not a power essay. So for my students, I'm constantly having to remind them, we don't want paragraphs. If I wanted paragraphs, I'd have you write a paper. If they're presenting to other people, then, remind them that they're putting bullet points on the screen. They're not writing every word that they're going to say. The words should be there to help them remember what to say, and the rest of it they need to know or have written on cards or something like that. Nobody, I don't care if you're in 6th grade, 12th grade, or if you are 60 years old, nobody likes to sit and read a full screen of words when you're looking at a presentation. And generally, when we do classroom presentations, those kids have to sit through 30 other presentations. So imagine how not fun that would be. So just remind them, be very brief on the screen. Now, if they're not giving it as a presentation and they're giving it to you as, some piece of work, then maybe that's okay for whatever they're doing. But, keep them aware of their audience. Know when to turn them loose and when to rein them in. So what I mean by this, if they're giving a presentation to me and only me, and it's not going to be seen by everybody else, they can make it as colorful and weird and wacky as they want, and that's fine. Just let them go. They love that kind of stuff. But if they're going to be making a presentation that supposedly, maybe they're pretending that they're in an accounting class in high school and they're pretending to do a presentation to a group. Well, of course, at that point they want to look more professional and they want to do it the way the professionals say to do it. But know when to rein them in, when to let them loose. Even in my class, it depends on whether they're actually going to present it to the class or just present it to me. So just know when to turn it up and down. It's way more than presentations. I have kids making presentations constantly. I would say once every week or every other week, they're making a presentation, and they only present in front of class, actually in front of class, maybe 2 times a year. So the rest of those times, it's mostly for me. And here's why the kids like it. It allows them to give the information in small bites. It allows them to add visual aids. It allows them to still use the explore function. They can still cite their work. They can easily find copyright-free information and pictures. It just is a great way for them to give you information, and it's not necessarily a written paper. Now, for social studies, do we write a lot of papers? Oh, yeah. We write, actually, we probably write more than the ELA department does. But not everything do I want to be in a paper format. So when I don't want to grade 100 papers, I have them do this. It's easier for them. It's easier for me. And they get just as much, if not more, out of it. For one thing, if they can't put all those words on the screen like I was just talking about, they can't copy and paste. So they're having to put everything in their own words. So there's another thing right there. So just remember, it's way more than just when you want to present in front of class. Don't be afraid to branch out, but keep to the tried and true. And what I mean by this is that you're going to see several different presentation platforms, and there are hundreds others. And there's new ones every year, and others kind of go away every year. So try some of the new ones. Show the kids that you can do that, and push yourself to do it. But if it's something that you really like I have some big unit projects that I present every year, I'm going to put those on something that's tried and true. They're going to go on Google Slides. They're going to go in PowerPoint. They're going to go in something that I know is going to be around. But if I want to just give them something wacky to look at one day, yeah, maybe I'll try something else. Maybe I'll do a Powtoon or a Prezi or whatever else is out there new that year. So don't be afraid to branch out, but know when to keep your work safe by using something tried and true. Here's an example link to something I used this year. I gave it to my 6th grade. I want you to just kind of notice the different background colors, the different fonts, the different transitions. This is not something that the adult professionals would like. I mean, it's too busy. It's too much stuff going on, but 11-year-olds love it. The other thing I just want you to be aware is that you're going to look at that first couple of screens and go, wow, this is for 11-year-olds. This is a bit odd. And it was meant to be. It was meant to raise their warning signals. It was meant to make them all very uneasy. Some of them got very concerned after the first slide that you're going to see, but it was meant to do that. I wanted to make a point. I wanted them to realize how important it was for this lesson. So go through it if you want to and see that. The link is also posted separately in Classroom. So either way, you can get to that link. So other than that, I will see you guys next week, and I'm looking forward to all your papers and stuff. See you then.